Right, so my BMW M140i, I've owned this car for 3 years. It's never let me down once. In my personal opinion, it's took a lot to get it kind of where I want to. It comes out the factory very, very tame. But it's not a lot of work to get it done. You see, I added stuff like diffuser, skirts, but to look the body kit look a bit better. Changed the colour of my alloys to shadow chrome. Upgraded my discs. Red stuff pads. To be honest, the standard ones were absolutely perfect. I just kind of like to look at the drilled ones, and then I wanted to upgrade the pads as well. So all my wee badges and that kind of stuff. Blackened them. Kept the standard mirror covers and the same with the canards in the front to keep the identity of the car pretty much the same. Touching on the engine, all it's really got air filter wise, a K&N panel filter. Boot mod 3 stage 1, I think should be pushing about 410 for stage 1, 410 brake horsepower, probably 630 newton meters of torque. You can see as well, get the blue bars behind the grille, kind of tie in with the calipers behind the wheel. Aye, a lot of stuff like that. Great car. Open diff's a bit of an issue with a bit of extra power. If I go stage 2, I'll probably have to get an LSD fitted. But apart from that, the XHP flash in the gearbox as well, the ZF8 gearbox, that gives it a more of a DCT feeling. Insane how quick it's changed. Changes gears, the noise it makes when it changes gears now as well. The torque, the power delivery, absolutely brilliant car. Personal bad points is the biggest issue I've got was how tame it came from factory. BMW could have done a lot more in my opinion, but I think they were just too scared to go into kind of M2, proper M car territory.
Stepping on its toes a little bit.
Yes, pretty much. Nice thing about it as well, have the sunroof, you can have it on tilt, have it fully opened. But apart from that, brilliant car, wheel shadow chrome, stepped away from the gloss black kind of look, didn't want to keep it the standard ferric grey as they call it. Thought the shadow chrome would look a bit nicer, although I was a bit apprehensive of going too shiny, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of shininess unless it's black shiny. But aye, stuff like that. Interior wise, changed the pedals. They're pretty much just covers. They came as just normal black pedals, which didn't look kind of sporty at all for a sporty car. Yep. Comfy car to drive. Changed over the springs. It's lowered on MMR springs. It's got BIMX spacers, 12mm at the front, 15mm at the back. Subframe and subframe and diff inserts to stop the kind of back axle flexing as much, to put the power down a lot more nicely as well, because when it's standard without that stuff, there's squirms everywhere. You're very, very scared to gear that the beans and round corners. It's pretty much a straight line warrior, but obviously with the power it's got, you cannot try to send it to a corner.
Yeah, for sure.
Sensibly, you know what I mean? Boys and my toys has got to be done, but aye, apart from that, no bad points at all. You can see as well, all my interior work, love the car, keep it clean much as I can. Probably one of the best cars that I've owned, Grant, to be honest with you. And aye, and for that matter, I'll keep on to it, I'll keep a hold of it for as long as I can.
Absolutely. And in your ownership, so I think you said there was no
I've had
real problems.
zero issues. The most expensive thing I've had to replace is a lower control arm, which wasn't cheap because it was M Performance part.
Yep.
To do with M Performance suspension. I think that was like 250 quid for the lot. That's nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in the
so,
grand scheme.
yep, I know you understand, you touched on the injectors and that. I use my work stuff, my Miller's Oil Ecomax, which takes care of your injectors, cleans your injectors, whilst adding some octane. More octane you can put in cars like this, obviously the better.
Absolutely.
So, yep, zero problems, lovely car. No, I find it hard to think what I'd move on to next. I'd keep that until it's literally undrivable.
Brilliant. Alright, okay. Well, let's get into the buyer's guide then.
Let's do that.
Scott.
Let's do that.